No, I'm filming it.
Huh?
I'm filming it.
Right, we move back down to the side of the race so you are lined over to more practice. So again, if you hadn't noticed it at the bottom, you watch your fast turns on the headland here, you'll see the front up, then the rear of the machine up. If you look underneath the machine as well, you'll see 4 wheels on 2 bogey axles, and these wheels are as close to the tines as we can get them to follow the ground as best as possible. So you see front, and then you see the rear come up out. It's the same in reverse when it's going back down again. So another Ariane 650, so the top line range of the 600 series with 184 horsepower. This one fitted with the CBIS screen again, so electric spore valves, headland management. This one has also been fitted, factory fitted with S10 steering system on it. So you see the large screen just to Tom's right hand side there. That is giving him all his steering control. So that's the next model up from the S7 that we saw a little bit earlier. So whilst we're talking about the Ariane tractors, all models from the 500 right up to this one and then on beyond into the Action range come as standard with cab suspension. And when we talk about cab suspension, that's a true 4-point suspension. So on each corner of that cabin is a spring and a damper, and then torsion bars that run in between all 4 to keep it from slopping around. So what's the importance of having 4-point cab suspension? Well, really it is that the tractor, again, this is roughly mid-size in our 5 model range. So we get all the way down to a line of 2600, which is just a shade over 6 metres and 6.2, right up to a line of 3100 at around 10 metres. Again, this is probably our most popular, going from 7.4 to 8.2 metres working with. If you look at the front of the machine, particularly here at the drawbar where it attaches to the tractor, what you'll notice is it's a tubular frame. So unlike the box section which is cut and welded to form the shape, this is one piece of tube. Big advantage is there's hardly any welds on it. And then where you do the welding, if you look more detail, the welds, they don't finish at the end of the bracket, they're actually tapped off a bit further. So again, you're reducing the chances of any potential fixes when it's welded. It's very similar, just a lot bigger than what you find on the headstock. So one piece of tube has actually curved to form the shape, so there's very few welds in it. Then we pivot the rear wheels down through here, just like you find on a 2-wheel drive tractor. So again, it makes the machine very, very stable. To try and improve its manoeuvrability, there's actually 2 steering settings. So down the right hand side of the machine is this little grey rod. That moves the lever to pivot the rear wheels. You might notice here there's actually 2 different settings for it. So outer hole here at the moment is in less aggressive steering setting. If you put it to the inner hole, it'll actually pivot the rear wheels more and make the machine a lot more manoeuvrable. When Tommy turns on the headland, again we said this is a nice flat field, so we can go all the way up to the headland, stops and then turn. If he's in a very hilly field, then it can't turn it doesn't want to turn with the rotors very high. Typically what a lot of people do is just lift it clear of the ground. But because they're not on a mechanical stop and all the systems linked left to right, what can happen is one rotor goes down. as you see Tom working down across the field, big difference to this brake compared to the single rotor. Because the rotor diameter is also larger, we now have 6 wheels underneath as opposed to the 4. So the 6 wheels allow it to follow the ground a lot better, and also, as you notice as it's working down through there, they're as close to the tines as we can get them. So it's the best we can offer for contour following. The same when Tom turns on the headland, if you watch as the brake lifts its rotors, front wheels up first, then the back, the same in reverse when it goes down. It's just like the blade taking off and landing. As we said earlier, Tom's got an S10 steering screen in his tractor, so fitted from the factory, ready to go. So all he would have to do in a normal working practice is set his B line, and then that will draw a grid across the field, and then he'll be able to work his way across. And I think hopefully what he's going to try and do now, where he's a bit limited in terms of space here, but he's going to miss a belt and then come down the other one. And of course the practice following on down that path. You can even have an option now which is auto turn. So once the box knows what the headland of the tractor is, it will know when he's reaching towards the end. It will then ask him which way does he want to turn, and then it will automatically turn the tractor for him. The S10 screen is that we can use it obviously for the steering as we see here today, but we can also use it in line with an Isovus machine. So if you've got a machine that's running Isovus, you don't have to have an additional terminal in the cabin. We can use that same steering box to control the machine, and we just scroll through whether we want to control the machine or the steering system. We can also, as an option, upgrade to variable rate. We can also have section controls. So if we've got the sprayer, then we can feature that so that it only turns off certain levels at certain times, so we're not getting overlap.
Things just moved through the point. The class is the best. No, only because you
It's line, you click back on it, now the
So what we've done also, we've looked at the ergonomics from the operator's perspective, designed it so that the joystick sits on the armrest of the machine as well. This machine comes specified with auto reverse fan, so we can, depending if the customer is using this machine for silage work, you can adjust the auto reverse fan intervals to suit the different crop conditions. So if he's handling grass and ryegrass and so forth, he can adjust that auto reverse fan interval as and when required. So the machine itself is fitted with 460/70 or 24-inch wheels, which is the smallest tyre configuration we offer today, but we can go up to 540/70 or 24 as well. So for those that want a bit more ground clearance, or a bit further torque, both respectively different in size. But basically the 435S is designed for ultimate contractor, the actual customer or the contractor that wants to achieve high output forage harvesting. This machine will keep pace with the biggest forages, the biggest trailers, and deliver the biggest output that output can achieve. The 435S is powered by a Cummins USB 6.7 litre engine, delivering 230 horsepower. That power is transmitted down to the ground through a 6-speed power shift transmission, so like I said before, we've got a closer ratio gearbox for greater pushing power, while it's also still achieving a top travel speed of 48 km per hour. The transmission itself got lock-up in all gears, so effectively this takes out the slippage in the torque converter, which then gives us faster travel speed both on the road and on the flat, but also will reduce fuel efficiency as well, so that way we get more for less. From the transmission down to the ground, through a set of ZF axles, which feature intelligent clutch cut-off and wheel speed braking, so they're a lot more efficient, reduce the drag on the machine, and the amount of energy to turn the wheels as well. From the axles down to the ground, we fit a set of 750 tyres, so this gives us